Hello people, welcome to the channel. It's Danny Styla and I am doing some reaction review videos, and the first project is going to be the Sons of Ecstasy by Sammy the Bull and his son and Sean Atwood. The reason that I take a interest in this one is because it's, to use the same words as Sean about Sammy the Bull, before Sean has entered my sphere, or that's the word I think that means enters your later life. Right, so no, I'm not going to troll on the video. I'm not gonna go at Sean like that. On the programme Sons of Ecstasy, he does mention that people, try to take that away, and I presume that'll be the Marvin Herbert interview where he's pressing him on that project, like he's interrogating him, like he's the police, like not letting him leave the room. Yeah, man. Like, I think Sean needed a solicitor at the time. So if you're from that part of YouTube, you'll know what I'm talking about. Also, then at the same time, when the questions were asked regarding the hashtag gate, I'm not going to use it because I don't want to go, like I say, down there. The gate. Obviously, he said I'm not going to answer anything for legal reasons. God knows what them legal reasons were, but that's not about that, it's about this, but it was mentioned in that, so it's worth mentioning. So Sean Atwood is not far from myself, Wirral. That's where he's from. Apparently that's quite an affluent area. Me myself, I'm from Manchester. Yeah, I'm from like a proper council estate. So yeah, two totally different, upbringings like that. Yeah, So anyway, Sean, like I say, has entered my world before. Was watching my YouTube when I was doing it, and I started off in 2021. I'd done an interview with one of his guests, Darren G, and yeah, so that leads me then now to look at this. I always had an interest in Sammy the Bull, the fact that he got away with 19 murders, then done 20 years in jail, got out, and still, as in this episode we'll hear him say, I'm a gangster, like straight up loves it, you know what I mean? He's straight up G'd up to the feet up, G'd up from the feet up. So yeah, I'm not going to troll on it. I'm not going to troll on it. I know that you'll expect that. Probably Sean would expect that. So yeah, Sean, it ain't going to be that. No, I'm going to give a real view. First of all, Sammy, I'm going to play something that Sammy said.
Do I know Sean Atwood? Now that came up a couple of times. He's in England, he has some sort of a talk show, and he keeps bullshitting that he met me in Arizona, he was in the ecstasy business, and we bunked heads. If we would have bunked heads, I would be picking his teeth, picking my teeth, his bones out of my teeth.
That's Sammy the Bull.
I never knew him, I never met him. He's full of shit. And I sent a message to somebody I'm friendly with in England and said, why does this guy keep using my fucking name like he knows me and he's trying to make a name out of...
I told Sammy, like, look man, he's just trying to podcast away. No. So that was uploaded 4 years ago. Since then, Sean had, let's listen again. Let's get some volume up on this mofo.
Atwood. do I know Sean Atwood? Now that came up a couple of times. He's in England. He has some sort of a talk show, and he keeps bullshitting that he met me in Arizona.
Talk show, which is obviously the podcast. This is before Sammy the Bull got into podcasting himself, because otherwise he would have knew that it was a podcast, because he now has a podcast himself. The new HBO documentary that's been released, it's not actually really more about Sammy the Bull. It's done quite clever if it's made just for play. Like, is it a money move to make something? I mean, Sammy the Bull could always do that anyway, I suppose. Like, he's a very, you know what I mean? That's why I put that theory forward about, did Sean pay to get this made? But then at the same time, I don't think Sammy the Bull would like to have that. I think he's a bit too much straightforward to bullshit. Like he kind of even says that on here. So I think in the end his sons have maybe have turned around and said, you know, that guy in England, like he was undercutting us, like I remember that, like, and on the start of the programme, it starts off with his son saying, like, you know, we were getting undercut with these cheaper pills, and like you know, and there was this guy in England, and it goes to Sean. Now, if I show the images, I have a feeling that Sean will, at the first instance, try and get me. Just like, you know, strikings and stuff like that. Like. So, I mean, I'm sure you're able to play these vocally and you're able to react. So...
he was in the ecstasy business and we bumped heads.
Now, we will let Sean say how...
If we would have bumped heads, I would be picking his teeth, picking my teeth, his bones out of my teeth. I never knew him, I never met him. He's full of shit. And I sent a message to somebody I'm friendly with in England.
Right. So...
At my raves, I started to notice these new kind of ecstasy dealers appearing in the scene. I'm thinking, who the hell are these guys? Where are they coming from? Where are they getting their ecstasy from? I've got a monopoly on the ecstasy market, and suddenly all these guys are stepping on my toe.
I mean, I've not heard this myself. Now that is not even the Sons of Ecstasy. So, the Sons of Ecstasy, like I say, it's more his son, because they say that he's not able to, they didn't let their dad tell their story, so that sort of then, the thing that I played at the beginning, where you hear Sammy saying, I've never heard of this dude, no bald guy from England, I would have been picking it, you know what I mean, I would have been eating him alive if he entered my world. So, they say his son says, oh, we didn't let our dads tell this story, but I don't think that Sammy would say it so brutally. I think he really he really hadn't heard of that guy. It was his sons, and I think that's what's going to be made out of the Sons of Ecstasy. Now, obviously, it's called the Sons of Ecstasy, yeah, I get that, but it's the relationship. Is it with Sammy the Bull or with his sons? Because at one point he's saying he didn't know you. If he did know you, he would have just took you out, like he would have just got you smoked, whatever, dealt with. Like that was how he dealt. You know what I mean? 19 murders already. Like this guy was capable of ordering more hits, especially if his sons were smashing the Pearl World inside in Arizona. You know what I mean? If you're getting busy, you're getting busy. Wherever there's drugs, there's guns. And wherever there's guns, there's gangsters. And if there's guns, gangsters and drugs, usually there's wars. Someone like Sammy would take out Sean in an instance. Sean wouldn't survive inside that world. And by the pictures that are on the programme, you're going to tell me, well, he did survive. I'm going to say, well, just about. Because on the pictures that he's seen, he doesn't look like how he's presented today and how he's presented on the documentaries. Now, he looks mobbed up on the documentaries. He looks smart, well dressed, you know. So he looks like he could be that guy, but on the documentary, you know, you see pictures of him just partying. So was you the big kingpin, because you say you had the monopoly over it, and you know, monopoly over, was it over a set of nightclubs or was the whole of Arizona? The reason that I think that Sammy the Bull got 20 years in jail was to one, keep his family out of prison. I know that some of them got years, but less. Two, the fact that he barely did 5 years for 19 murders, you know, then he's away with those. He's allowed to even tell stories about them, which he, you know, lives on the back end of telling those stories now. And now his sons are being brought into it. Now Sammy's getting old, so I mean, I watch Sammy the Bull podcasts, not as much anymore. I'm waiting to see the Patrick Bet David, Dr. Michael Franzese, the two together. Why do I have to be a Patreon to see it? Should have released it by now. But well, man, if this ends up going that far, this video that Sammy the Bull, what Sammy got hold of PBD and say to him, release that, or you release it, because I want to see it, not clips. But yeah, now I respect it at the end of the day, the work, but I see the play. And the play is that Sammy's getting older and he's got to pass the torch on to somebody. The new torch in the Sammy the Bull Gravano family is going to be entertainment. That's what world he's going into, because you can't do gangster. Do you know what I mean? He says it now. We can listen to him say a gangster. You know, I'm an effing gangster.
How you doing, Sean? How's everything? Are you still banned from the United States?
Banned from America.
So you're banned from the United States. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, that was on Sammy's channel. So you're doing your thing. It seems that, you know, awful activist and YouTuber. You are an awful, yeah, defo activist, YouTuber, definitely. ECSTASY dealer. Now I know you sheriff, the sheriff, the picture of you wearing the sheriff's outfit there, the black and white. You look dead healthy on that picture. I don't know, that is you Photoshop, but someone's Photoshopped that to make to bulge you out a bit, make you look a bit healthy. You know what I mean? You can't look like that on that. Jesus Christ. But I mean, it's, you know, it's got you where you want. It's got you what you wanted at the end of the day. Let's be fair, you know, and I know that a lot of the people that will maybe watch this video, people that join these live chats that when I've opened those up, I've got loads to say about Sean in a bad way, but that's just the internet, you know, it's the way that it is. You know, I can't, when I say everyone's got a history, I ain't got histories that are like that are questionable in this sense. Some people have got histories that where they've done things that people question, and it is the way that it is in the YouTube world. Unfortunately, if you've done something in the past that taints what you're pushing now, they will pound you for it, and that's what Sean became. You know, I can say the victim of, do you know what I mean? Because he made some hella mistakes and it caught up with him, man. And that's basically, he's even having on the new programme, the Sons of Ecstasy, which in a better way I'm promoting it now. Jesus, Sean, you may as well give me a sponsor. The fact is, it's like, you're even having a say on there, like, look, like people question me, even telling you, they weren't just questioning that, they were questioning a whole load of things. Yeah, so, you know, I'm gonna get away there to actually just get the program on itself, where it's just playing that instead of YouTube's going through it, because as I say, these strikes are very usable. You know, if you do the wrong thing, you're able to say things for so long, and you're able to when I say things for so long, on about like when something's playing, like, but on the program itself, when I do that, I presume that you know, that'll be interesting, because there'll be some statements on there that I find that I'll find quite funny, like the bit when he mentioned about entering this affair of you've done what I've done, you've got a beard, haven't you? Won't be copying me, Sean. Yeah. I'm not laughing at you, Sean, no. I'm laughing at something that Sammy got asked to do. I mean, yeah, when you was on Valuetainment, you did 2.1 million views. I am going to actually say that that's the first place that I ever saw Sean Atwood. And when I watched it, I couldn't believe it, and I took everything at face value. But now I question the journey that you told on the Valuetainment. So I think if you really want to get to know Sean, you go from the Lad Bible programme, where you see him, you know, looking dusty. Then you go to the PBD, and then from there, then you've got, you know, Darren G, I think, did some good numbers for him in on his channel that brought a lot of attention. And he's had some guests on. Some guests have turned out to be, you know, really bad, and people have said that he's friends with those bad people, and again, that's then again tarnishing his legacy of what he's doing. So these are just the reasons that it's interesting to do this one about Sean, because there's so many things that I can look at about this program, and not only that, the journey of it. Do you get me? Like, 1 minute Sammy the Bull's talking about it, I would have never have even doubt with, I've like, what we're on about, some English tea drinking, you know, crumpet eating, bacon on toast with egg, give us a glass of orange, you know what I mean? Like no, man, he weren't having it at first, but suddenly he is now. And is it a play or is it not a play? You let me know you just let me know. Like, share the video, like the video as well. It does get the numbers up, people actually liking the video. Just, I know that most people just don't end up doing it, but hit the like button for us, man. Share the video, get things around, because we're getting moving. Yeah, man, we're going to be doing some reviews. We're going to be looking at documentaries. We're going to be looking at individuals. We've got loads to talk about in regards to Musk and all his antics recently. we've got the Donald, I've got a hell of a load of things, all topics there, all ready to go. But I'm just ready for the camera, basically. It's all about just getting in front of it and getting busy and getting talking. So I thought I'd just get this Sean Atwood part out of the way. A little bit about the Sons of Ecstasy. It's more you know, about his sons and his sons having a clash with Sean, basically. That, you know, that's the, and I'm sure it'll be interesting, and I look forward to watching it, and hopefully you'll enjoy watching it as well whilst I am. So yeah, man, like I say, like the video, comment, thanks, subscribe.